The school that you graduate from is a tremendous blessing for me. It really was a dream for me and something that I wanted to accomplish.
So which sport were you better at, softball or basketball?
Basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Softball, I gave it a shot, but I was much better at basketball.
I heard you had I remember once actually game I went to it, you had Julie Colangelo pitching. She struck out the side.
Struck out everybody. I always made sure I put the best talent on my team and let the teachers just look for their own talent after I loaded the team up with a bunch of elderly people. But
I understand that's a bit unfair, but don't you think?
Well, that's the way I like it. But everybody loved it, and it was a lot of fun. And, you know, it was great for the teachers and the people in the school to take on that kind of challenge. And actually, I lost a lot of, I literally lost 5 events. So they actually, even with my manipulating all the rosters and trying to make it fun, I lost a few of them. So it backfired on me, you know. But it was fun, and it's something for people to talk about and to remember. And it's all about just positive, and that's what I wanted to get out there.
Let's talk about this last event you did, the American Cancer Society. What was your motivation behind that event? I know you had said you had been away from the event for about 4 years, but what inspired this last event?
Well, my father, I lost my father to lung cancer, and I loved my father, and you know, I wanted to do something in his memory. And I knew that I had a history in doing events. So I felt that let's get back to the drawing board and let's do an event for the Port Chester School District, for the Port Chester community, but for the American Cancer Society as well. And this school district, you know, to be able to allow me to do something like that in honor of my father's memory, which to me was something that I never thought out of all the events that I would be able to do. I mean, that was, to me, the topper, the most personal event for me. And I learned how many people were touched by cancer. I mean, every time you turn your head around, somebody has some kind of connection to cancer.
Absolutely.
And
devastating.
Devastating. And losing my dad, you know, allowed me to grow as a man and as a person. You know, he taught me a lesson. There's one more final lesson before he passed, is what, you know, humility, and then to be grateful for the people in your life and be grateful for your life. And it really put things in perspective for me, because for a lot of years, you know, I kind of, you know, just, I guess we all learn that lesson where you think that sometimes the world revolves around you, and it really doesn't. And this last event was amazing because so many people came together, not just for the school district and for the community, but for me.
Right.
You know, for me to honor my dad. And to me, that was something that I will truly always be grateful for Port Chester, at the bottom of my heart.
How many hours do you think you put into, well, let's just take a specific event, this last event. How many hours did you put into this last event, the American Cancer Society event?
It took 6 months. So
you
each
can't
event,
even put into hours, it's months,
yeah,
right? It takes a long
time. And each event takes a very long time. It's amazing because, you know, you work half a year to put together an event, and then the event is 2 hours, and by a blink of an eye, it's over.
It's gone.
You know, and you say, "Wow, you know what happened?" You know, but it's this kind of stuff. How we can sit here and we can talk about what was done, and it's those kids saying, you know, I remember being a part of those type of things, and how it made me feel to have that kind of attention, that positive attention, and to be able to meet all those different types of people that were in the events.
Oh, sure. A perfect example is my niece. I mean, she still talks about that last basketball event. She loved it. She got to play with the Ram. I mean, there's experiences for everybody, right, and it comes from such events like this. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, people, you know, are aware of such a horrible thing as cancer. That's
the goal. The goal is to promote a cause. Actually, people to have fun and to feel good about themselves, but at the same time be aware of a cause that's bigger than themselves, and to try to make a difference. And when you see the Port Chester community come together and the people in the Port Chester School District come together from all generations and all types of races and religions for those kind of causes, it truly shows how wonderful a community we can be. And it might be a basketball event, it might be a town meeting, it could be anything. But it's amazing what people can be when they come together as people. And that was an incredible thing for me to see. And I'm grateful that I was a part of it.
Eddie, I'm going to end the interview the way I started it, with the title. empowerment through our community. You explained to us what empowerment means. What does community mean to you?
Community, what it means to me is when I get up in the morning and I go out, and when I drive around Port Chester, I can literally bring a memory to mind to every single corner of this town, where I spent time with my dad, walking up and down Westchester Avenue, places I went to with my friends, Little League, being a student in this school district. Actually, community, what it means to me is where you're from, where your roots are from. And I don't think people should forget that. And this town and this school district, there's some really wonderful talents, and there's a lot of brilliance in it. And when they come together, like they have for me, like that, that's community, because we're all a family.
Right.
Whether we want to believe
I mean,
it
within
or
the
not.
word itself, unity is in the word.
And unity
community,
is
right?
definitely something that is very important in community. Wherever I travel in life, Port Chester will follow, because it's where I'm from. I don't forget where I'm from. And you can't, because this is where my roots are. And there's just too many memories and too many wonderful people that's touched my life in Port Chester and in this school district that I can never forget. And to me, community is that in my mind.
Now, if you had a message for the youth out there, what would it be?
Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Because when I was a student in Port Chester High School, I wasn't the greatest student. I cared more about socializing and running around and driving the teachers crazy. But they were wonderful, and they stuck with me. And when I was a student in Port Chester High School and the middle school in Park Avenue, and just coming through this district, there were so many teachers that didn't give up on a kid that was real stubborn and just wanted to be Mr. Popular, and didn't really think about study so much. I learned that later on. But I would just say, just believe in yourself. Don't allow anybody to tell you can't do anything, and always make sure you stick with the right people, a positive background of people for yourself. Latch on to those people. Surround yourself with people that want to do the right thing. And there's plenty of people like that in this school district as well in this town. And I was fortunate that people didn't give up on me, and they stuck around me and believed in what I wanted to do. So, whether it's doing events for your community or running for office or being the best police officer or a CEO, never forget about your dreams, and always make sure you attach yourself to the people that continue to be a positive force in your life.
And give back. Try and give back
and
when you have
also,
the opportunity.
Obviously, give back, because you can't forget about the people that gave to you. And I think that's very important. It's not all about us. It's about all of us. And that's what community is.
Eddie, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. Hopefully this has been as insightful to everyone as it has been for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt.